Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We'd like to ask all of you to take your seats, please. You know, I've got a script right in front of me, but don't get alarmed. I'm going to go off script tonight just a little bit. Uh-oh, somebody over here said, uh-oh, somebody over here. So I'm supposed to welcome you all with this incredible introduction that's well thought out and well written. But tonight, let me remind you that we're family tonight. So instead of saying, hello, ladies and gentlemen, what's up, my people? How you doing? When I tell you it is so good to see all of you in the same room once again, it's beautiful and it's blessing my soul, and I'm sure it's blessing so many others right here. So I'm Derek Lane, Chief Marketing Officer for BlackDoctor.org. Please give it up for Mr. Marvelous Beats, the violinist. Please give it up for him. What a way to make an entrance. On behalf of BlackDoctor.org, we welcome you to our festive 8th annual Top Blacks in Healthcare Awards Gala. Talking to the medical community, we all know that these last few years have been challenging. We've had a lot of changes to adjust to. Some of us has changed the way we interact with people. We've changed the way we show up at our jobs. And some of us have changed our health etiquette. Over these years, the medical community has been at the center of these changes and challenges, with many people leaning on your expertise, while others discrediting medicine and expertise. However, even though it has been chaotic and scary at times, I think we have seen the medical community, you all, pull together, overcome the most terrifying obstacles, and become everyday heroes in many people's eyes. And we are glad, happy, elated BDO has been a resource of information to share those types of stories. With that, please turn your attention to the big screens.
Hi, I'm Reggie Ware, CEO of BlackDoctor.org. We affectionately call ourselves BDO. Our mission is to get every Black family as healthy as they can be. Each month, we're reaching 20 million people, and we're providing them with health and wellness content that helps them live this healthier, happier life. Our tagline is where wellness and culture connect. Think about that. Wellness is the art of being healthy, especially as a part of a pursued goal. But culture is your way of life. It's how you perceive things. And as we all know, perception is reality. Culture is what you share with your family members. Who do you trust? And so forth. And so when we talk about health or wellness for our audience, we're talking in culture. And that's what separates us from everyone else and allows us to reach the 20 million people we're reaching every month with just great transformative health or wellness content.
Hi, my name is Jay Curtis, and I am the executive editor of BlackDoctor.org. BlackDoctor.org is the leader of how to do it, you can do it content, meaning every article we write, every video we publish, and every Facebook Live we host contains tips, tricks, and advice the Black community can immediately apply to their day-to-day life. Video content is built on 5 pillars. The first pillar is transformative, meaning we create content that is truly changing lives. It's authentic, educational, relatable, and every time someone enters our site, they walk away with something they can use right now to improve their health. The second is must-have, can't do without. We work with the top Black doctors, organizations, and hospitals to create top-tier content to ensure our audience has the best content available. Our audience knows they can rely on BDO to make them as healthy as they can be. The third pillar is culture first. We have a deep understanding of the culture, which has built a strong connection between us and our audience. This puts us in a position to create content in a voice and a language that is relatable, trustworthy, and easy to understand. The fourth pillar is authentic and passionate. We make outstanding content because this is personal to us. This goes as broad as changing the lives of millions of Black people to as personal as saving the lives of our own family members. The fifth and final pillar is Black Doctor Personified. We want to be that resource that everyone is glad they have access to. When people see a Black doctor walk into the room during their doctor's visit, they feel a sense of comfort, trust, and understanding, like they're in good hands. BDO is that forever present Black doctor. So we're able to create this great content because we seek first to understand and then be understood. We conduct surveys and polls on our site that gives us real insight of our audience so we can create content that meets them where they are. No matter where you are, we're always there and we've always got your back.
So you've heard about our mission and incredible editorial. But look, what's the value of a message if no one hears it? I'm Derek Lane, and it's my honor to lead the helm of sharing our content with millions and fulfilling this very important assignment. Every month, we reach over 20 million people on our social media and another 6.5 million on our website proper. My job is to keep that engine going each and every day. And we have to, because the mission is so important. We're able to execute on a high level every day because we start with the mindset of speaking the language that our audience not only hears, but they also respect. This is the language that no matter what they are doing during the day, they stop, they read, and most importantly, they share it with others. I'm honored that everyone on the team is detailed and solution-oriented to exceed all of our clients' KPIs and give people the tips, tools, and strategies that literally transform lives. All right, tonight we have in the house, we have legends, pioneers, and trailblazers that we're going to introduce and that are going to touch stage tonight. But I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge someone who's all three: a legend, a pioneer, and a trailblazer. My dad is in the house, Mr. Ivan Lane. Please don't ask him for any baby pictures. He has them ready on his phone, so please don't. Yeah. Now, it is with my esteemed honor to introduce our fearless leader, the CEO of BlackDoctor.org, Mr. Reggie Ware.
Good evening, everyone. Wow. 8th annual Top Blacks in Health Awards Gala. We have 12 of the brightest superstars in the industry that we're going to award tonight. We're going to honor them, and you know what? It's well deserved, and we're happy to do it. Before I forget, I need my wife to stand so I can recognize her. Baby, stand up. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, you know, I get a lot of the credit for the success of BDO. Hey, you created this thing 18 years ago and it's going strong and you're so great and wonderful. But you know what? Every decision I've made, I bounced off of that lady right there, you know? And the thing about it is, most times it's around 3 a.m. I'm waking her up, telling her, you know. I wake her up, tell her what I want to do, get her thoughts, and then I'm satisfied. I go back to sleep. She's like, "Dang, you woke me up. I can't go back to sleep," you know. But I tell you, it's just wonderful being being married to a woman that really gets you and understands you, and and lets you go wherever you need to go. And so I'm here tonight, and we're going to recognize 12 just unbelievable people. And I got to tell you, I try to make it a point to reach out to the honorees individually before the event, because it's a whirlwind. Tonight it goes fast and so forth, and I really like to just brief them on what the night's going to be like and so forth. And I got to tell you, every conversation I just walk away saying, I see why they're successful. You've got the hard work and you've got the success on the outside, but man, the intangibles, right? The integrity, the decency, the passion, the brilliance. I mean, I see it in each and every one of these honorees, and my goodness, it's exciting. So thank you all. In addition to that, I want to recognize our sponsors. We have Novartis, we have Merck, and we have Genentech. Let's give them a round of applause. Yeah. I speak with a lot of people, and and Derek Lang did such a great job of talking about our reach 20 million people on Facebook and social media, another 6.5 million people coming to the site, and so people, they'll say, well, Rich, I want to do all of this with you. I said, well, what's your budget? So, I don't have a budget. I said, okay. Your budget has to exceed your expectations, right? I mean, so when I say sponsors, people that are writing checks to make this possible, right? That's significant, and it means something, and we appreciate it. Again, for our sponsors. The last thing I want to say is, so when I started the company 18 years ago, we were, I was looking around, and I was, we were in a pretty good place financially, and I'm on the golf course playing golf, and I'm hitting the ball, and I get this noise in the back of my head that says, Rich, you have to do more. And I'm like, okay, let me go away, because I'm playing golf, I'm having fun, and the bills are paid. Hit another ball, and it says, Rich, you got to do more. And so the yearning inside was, I've got to be a part of something that makes a difference. And so I said, okay, let me see, what can I do? How can I make a difference? And the concept, and out of that thought process came blackdoctor.org. And so once I decided, okay, so let me help Black America, because the stats don't lie, right? Blacks live sicker and die younger, which is just crazy, right? I mean, the life expectancy of Black men, I look at that number and I say, well, first of all, why does it exist, and how can I change it, right? And so we're actively working to change those statistics. And I will say that we're making progress. We're making progress. And, our mission, as Derek said, was to get every Black family as healthy as they could be. And we talked a lot about how that could happen. But the bottom line is, we've got to control the things we can control. We can control how smart we are about a condition. We can control early detection. We can control being patient advocates for not only for ourselves, but for our family members. And one of the things that we did that contributed to our growth was, we knew that if we wanted to reach every Black person in America, the one thing we couldn't do was reach every Black person in America. Hear me out. What we had to do, and we realized this, is we've got to reach those key influencers, right? Those decision makers for the families and friends, and connect with them, and then let them turn around and make the conversations, right? So now you've got word of mouth and all of these wonderful components coming together to create an effective platform that can change lives for the better. And I'm fortunate to say we're well on our way to doing that. So, I don't have anybody doing like this. Haven't I talked enough? Okay. So I'm going to get off the stage, but I do want to say, housekeeping. So our name, blackdoctor.org, right? There's no S on the end. Let me explain that to you. No S on the end of doctors. Here's why. When we created the website, we knew that this distrust was the biggest hurdle that we had to overcome. We're a consumer health website, and so we wanted to overcome this trust issue with the name. So when you look in the Black community, your two most trusted icons are the Black preacher and the Black doctor. So it's an iconic name that our audience says, hey, wait a minute. Health information I can trust, Wow, that's pretty interesting. And then the .org versus .com. We own blackdoctor.com, but if you type it in, it's going to take you right over to blackdoctor.org, because .org lets you know that it signifies that we're putting the user first, right? And so blackdoctor.org, 18 years later, every time we do a survey, they say that our audience says we're more trusted than anybody. Number 2 was CDC, and we showed the CDC the poll because they're our clients as well, and they got a big kick out of that. So, yeah. So I just want to again congratulate the honorees. We did thought leadership today, and it was amazing. And man, these honorees that are so busy. I mean, their time is valuable, but man, they came to sit on panels, and we delivered some incredible content, some incredible information that we're streaming live. We're going to do video snippets of it. We're going to run it on the site, maybe get another 500,000 impressions on that. And man, it's happening. And tonight's going to be special. Everyone, thanks for coming. Please enjoy.
Now, it is my honor to introduce someone who is highly renowned American radio and television personality. At BDO, we have adopted him as our godfather. He is an entertainment icon, and throughout his career, Donnie Simpson has won numerous awards, including 11 Billboard Awards, a BET Lifetime Achievement Award, and was introduced into the Radio Hall of Fame in 2018. He is, yes, please give it up. He's widely respected for his smooth, engaging, on-air personality. Mr. Green Eyes is what some people call him. And his ability to connect with his audience. He's done incredible things with a little show that some of you all might remember, Video Soul. I don't know about you, but I was one of those people that had the VHS tape in there, in the recorder, trying to record the videos back in the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up and welcome Donnie Simpson to the stage.
Thank you, Derek. Appreciate that. Thank you all, too. Appreciate you. Wow. Well, let me start like this, like Reggie acknowledging Camille, because as we all know, behind every successful man is a shocked mother-in-law. No, my wife is not here tonight. But I wanted to acknowledge her anyway, because this is a very special year for us. In October, we will have been married for 50 years. So, yeah. So I'm thrilled about that, to have seen that much of someone's life. My childhood sweetheart, now in the role of grandmother and all. It's just like the coolest thing ever to me. And, I wanted to acknowledge her because this is the first time she's let me out of the house since February of 2020. And that's the truth. I cannot tell y'all how excited I am to be here tonight. I'm serious. And without a mask on, I'm free at last. Oh, man. And I'm serious. That is not a joke. This is the first thing I've done since February of 2020. And when Reggie Weir called me to ask me to do this, it's like, man, I got to check with the boss. But she said, yeah, and I'm here tonight, and I'm just thrilled to be here. So thank you so much for having me here tonight. So let's get on with the program. I want to welcome you again to the 8th annual Top Blacks in Healthcare. This gala is hosted by blackdoctor.org. I always thought these were like bullet protectors for presidents. They're teleprompters. Okay. Also, thank you to our presenting sponsor, Novartis. and platinum sponsors Genentech and Merck. Well, I got to tell you, I'm used to ad-libbing, so it's hard for me to read. It is. It just is. So I'll make a lot of mistakes, so please forgive me. I apologize for this now. I'm Donnie Simpson, and I'm happy to be back in person hosting our 8th year. It is going to be an awesome night. It already is. We're going to be honoring some smart and beautiful Black people. This year we have 12 outstanding healthcare professionals who have, over the course of their careers, dedicated themselves to change the face of the healthcare industry and develop better health practices for our communities across this great nation and worldwide. So give it up for all our honorees tonight. I look really black on that screen. I'm dark. I was just down in the Outer Banks for like 2 weeks with my wife. The only vacation we'd go on somewhere we could drive and nobody else would be there. It was just, we had a house down there. So anyway, I just noticed how dark I am. It's like, wow, okay. Anyway, I would like to bring to the stage now Dr. Jim El-Bayoumi. Gigi. Oh, sorry, Gigi. All right, I didn't lie. I told you I was going to mess it up. Gigi.
I forgive you because I've had the longest crush on you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad Miss Pam is not here.
That was great. Wow. I wish you told me that 50 years ago.
All right. Good. So, but Donnie Simpson, as well as now I'm blanking because I'm Tony Perkins, are just the people that I always listen to on my way home, and I laugh and I learn. And sometimes I cry because of the things that you talk about, which are real. But always, there's a giggle or a chuckle because he is all that. So thank you for what you do. Yeah. So good evening, everybody. I am so glad to see all of you. You look gorgeous. And we had a wonderful Thought Leadership Summit today. You might wonder who this young man is that's standing next to me. He is future Dr. Tyler. So let me tell you where I met him. I met him when he was 6 years old, and he was at Berry Farm Rec Center. We were doing an event there, and he was sitting there reading a book. So I said, "Hey, what are you reading?" "Oh, I'm reading such and such. I don't remember now." And then he says to me, "Did you know about Dr. Charles Drew?" I said, "Okay. Well, yeah, but tell me. Can you tell me? Can you educate me now? Do you feel comfortable? I'm putting you on the spot."
I don't know if I remember, but
He's 13 and he doesn't remember. That's fine.
Let's see.
It's okay. You can tell me what you said, not the speech, because he has joined us at the medical school to educate the medical students about who Dr. Charles Drew is.
Okay.
All right, I'll get it started.
Okay.
He said, "Did you know that Dr. Charles Drew invented the blood bank?" I said, "Yes, I did." "Did you know that Dr. Charles Drew was in an accident?" Do you remember this?
Yep, I remember.
Do you want to pick it up from here?
Yep, I'll pick it up. Let's see. Okay, I definitely remember he created the blood bank. The car accident, I remember he got his foot stuck under the wheel or stuck under the pedal. I remember like the kind of weirdest details of the accident, but I don't remember a lot.
That's okay.
I don't remember a lot.
So you said that he was initially taken to a white hospital where they refused care for him. And then he was taken to a black hospital and unfortunately died.
Yeah.
But the reason I present Mr. Future Dr. Tyler is because I was so struck by his intelligence, his poise, how well spoken he was. And of course, then I got to meet his mom, Ms. Veronica Wright, who we are now working together. She was at So Others May Eat here in Washington, D.C., and she develops all kinds of wonderful workforce programs. But, I saw in you the future. And so I just
Appreciate
want to
that.
say thank you for joining me as our guest tonight, and keep doing you because you're beautiful.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna let you walk back to the table. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what it's all about, right? It's not just looking at ourselves, but looking to the future. So I want to say, first of all, thanks to the BDO team, because the BDO team, some of the people that you don't necessarily see, are incredible. They work very hard, they're very smart, and they're always there thinking about what they can do to help others, to make sure that the messaging is right, that it's relevant, and that it's correct. So I am so happy to be here with you this evening. Can I just point out the DC crew that's sitting at our table? Because there are at least 4 future recipients for 2024 sitting at that table. All right. That's true. I'm going to start with the men first. Dr. Ashday Collins, can you stand up? He is my former resident at GW. He is a nephrologist. He is from DC, and he takes care of people in DC with hypertension and kidney disease. And next to him is his beautiful wife, Ms. Jenna, who's an ICU nurse. Thank you. Dr. Jeff Menzies, I hope that you recall him from our wonderful session, Black Men Hurt Too. And if you haven't seen it, I know that BDO will be releasing the actual tape because it's really phenomenal. And he gave us so much great information. Next is my dear friend, Dr. Marie Borum. Dr. Marie Borum was one of the first Black gastroenterology division directors, Black women division directors in the country. Next is Dr. Cheryl Burgess, a nationally and internationally renowned dermatologist who is my dermatologist. So then the first woman to be consecrated as a bishop is this beautiful woman, Bishop Deborah Webb. So I just want to say something about the faith-based community, because Bishop Webb from the Temple of Praise Baptist Church here in Washington, D.C., their church delivered 3 million meals during COVID. But was that on the news anywhere? No. So they are working tirelessly. And, she and I have spoken about the mental health pandemic, which has really hit her church parishioners very hard. She herself has a background in mental health. And she shared with me that some weeks they call the ambulance 3 times because of mental health crises in a week. Next to her is my dear friend, Ms. Midi Bartonelli, who is a nurse and a leader. She established the Black Nurses Collaboration here in Washington, D.C. And for those of you that were not at the Thought Leadership Summit, we're in good hands, because let me tell you, these young people are awesome. They are all that. They really are terrific, doing such great work. So just that table alone has impacted people's lives by educating people in the community, going to church to teach people about colon cancer screening, working with the church to figure out where the barriers are. You need a ride? Do we need to educate you? Okay, you don't want a colonoscopy? Well, there's something else called Cologuard. And that's what I'm talking about, really having those individual conversations that are real. And that's what blackdoctor.org does so well. And finally, and I don't know if he's next, I don't know if he is, my hero, who is an inspiration for us and led us as the founder of as Black Coalition Against COVID. I want to give him a special shout out because this man has so many titles and so many accomplishments. But when you see him and we work with him, you would really never know it because he is that humble. And that's Dr. Reed Tuckson, who's sitting right there. So Dr. Tuckson was the former health commissioner of DC during the AIDS crisis. He was also the former president of the Dr. Charles Drew University. He is a member of the National Academy of Medicine, which is a huge, huge deal. But when COVID first happened, he rolled up his sleeves. He said, we've got to do something about that. So if you don't know about the Black Coalition Against COVID, please visit our website, because he was able to assemble the 4 historically Black medical schools, the church community, the educational community, labor, the young people, artistic community. I could go on. And what he did is that he recognized that the distrust and mistrust of our healthcare system was going to cost even more lives. And so he brought us together. He made sure that the tent of everybody was there, all of the stakeholders were there, so we could do that work. So I'm not going to continue to brag on him, but because he is modest, he won't tell you about himself, but really he is an inspiration to me. And he really deserves a lot of credit. He was the liaison with the White House to tell them, look, you've got to get directly to the community. Otherwise, these vaccinations are going to sit there unused. So with that, I want to say congratulations to the 12 honorees. Everybody's been so gracious in allowing me to talk, but I just feel you know how in your heart just feels so full? And for women, you can relate to this. You know, it's like a cup runneth over. I feel like I could cry because I'm so happy. So thank you for your attention and enjoy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before dinner, let's pray. Please bow your heads. Our incredible and loving Father, first we say thank you. Thank you as the greatest statement of faith. We thank you on behalf of all who gathered here today. Thank you for your many abundant blessings, those manifested now and those blessings that await us in the future. Thank you for our good measure of health, for the strength to fulfill our callings, for the vision and dreams that drive us, and for life itself. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of our responsibilities. Thank you for loving us from your limitless and overflowing grace. As we honor trailblazers, pioneers, and iconic men and women tonight, let today serve as a reminder that we are not only descendants of kings and queens, but we are also sons and daughters of the Most High, the King above all kings and Lord above all lords, a good Father who rejoices and delights in his children no matter where they may be. As we move forward days, months, and years from now, we proclaim that our efforts are blessed with insight, guided by understanding and wisdom. We declare boldness in our faith to act honestly and just in all matters before us. And we pronounce strong bonds, connections, and friendships made here that will bear much fruit. Father, we thank you for the reminder that beyond all that we have done here today, all that we have accomplished, that it is simply all because of you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Let dinner be served.